even Oburu, as late as I think 2 months ago, was saying that Sifuna naongea position ya party.
There is a golden rule in Kenyan politics. Never pick a fight with somebody like Edwin Sifuna.
My brother Sifuna, please, I am a member of your party. I don't belong to any other party. I belong to ODM. If I fail, there is no way 2027 you are talking about. You will convince anyone that ODM can run a government. May God bless.
That is our
ODM broke that rule and now they are paying the price in public.
So ODM is fine. Let me tell you, ODM is okay. Sasa kama Sifuna na Babu wametoka and they're coming up with Linda Mwananchi. No, see ODM sasa. They're not ODM.
How is it okay na kuja kuangalia umepasuka? Yote mlikuwa katika nyumba moja mheshimiwa. Kama ODM. Lakini kwa hivi sasa mheshimiwa, hamuongei kwa sauti moja. Kwamba kwanza tuelewane, haiko sawa ODM.
ODM iko sawa, iko imara and it's going to be okay.
You see, there is nothing more dangerous than a politician who has been told he is nothing. John Mbadi and the ODM elite spent weeks clapping as Edwin Sifuna was shown the door, convinced his career was over.
Sifuna has not been removed. He has been recommended for removal, and in its place, the moment you recommend, then you put acting until it is ratified.
Chama yetu imefanya resolutions kubwa sana. Moja yao ikiwa kuondoka katika Azimio Coalition. Nyingine kuondoa ofisini Secretary General wetu.
Today those same people are whispering in Oburu Odinga's ear, begging him to tame a man who no longer answers to them.
Tukae na heshima. Na uheshimu ODM. ODM ni chama kubwa. Ni chama kubwa. Heshimu ODM na usicheze na ODM. Wakikasirika wanaweza haribu vitu. Wanaweza haribu vitu. Wakikasirika wanaweza fanya nini?
Because if you actually want to understand how hazardous it is to go to war with Sifuna, just look at the absolute panic creeping through ODM corridors right now. Take the Kileleshwa MCA for example. He's now on record stating that Oburu's camp made a huge mistake by expelling Sifuna as Secretary General.
Even Oburu, as late as I think 2 months ago, was saying that Sifuna naongea position ya party. You see? So they have given him so much powers. Paka saizi, they don't know what to do. Even his seat was there. There was a reserved seat for him.
Yes.
There was
he didn't show up, of course.
He didn't show up, yes. But the fact that there was a reserved seat means that he has some power and influence over them. And they can do nothing. Even today, the vehicle he's using around is still on ODM facilities up New Prado.
Yeah.
It's still the sunroof is using is ODM property. So say all those things. So I don't blame Sifuna at this point because Sifuna is in politics you have to be very brave, and Sifuna is very brave to do all those things and get away with it, and that what is inspiring to others. So I wish these people realize that the people destroying ODM is not Sifuna. It is the leadership of ODM, the chairman, the party leader. They have to wake up and say, Baba taught us one thing about political parties.
The saddest, most incredible part of ODM's current lament is the sheer and unadulterated hubris that led them here.
Wewe ni nani? Wewe ni nani hapa Kenya huko na makende kama hiyo? Wewe ni nani? Wewe ni nani unaweza pinga? Mimi naongea na wanaume sijui wanawake niseme nini? Lakini wanaume hawa wenzangu, wewe ni nani? Unataka kupinga kamati kuu ya chama. Wewe ni nani?
Before they swung the axe, a few months ago, ODM's inner circle looked for the best political scientist. They ran the numbers, looked at the charts, and concluded that Edwin Sifuna, without ODM party machinery, was a dead man walking.
I don't think Sifuna and most of these ODM party luminaries can actually survive outside ODM or outside Raila's legacy. So Sifuna shouldn't exaggerate his importance in being ODM. As an observer, that is, I'm just saying this as a neutral observer. He has his right to prefer a parallel contract opinion about what he thinks that the broad-based government is supposed to be doing. But really, that opinion or his dissent is what you may consider as a peripheral anomaly. It is inconsequential in the scheme of things.
Right.
Because ODM can survive an onslaught by its own Secretary General. Remember, Babu Namwamba was there.
Yes.
The other gentleman, what is his name? Mr. Lagat, I can't get his other name, that he was kicked out, and ODM has survived 2 sections. So the party can self-renew, and ODM without Sifuna will just be fine. Sifuna without ODM, that is an early political grave.
Now, Kenyans tried to warn them. Social media was full of it. Pundits cautioned them that the move was catastrophic and would come back to haunt them.
Ati mnataka kumtimua kwa chama? Mnataka kumtimua kama Secretary General wa ODM? Na mnajua vizuri sana, other than Raila Amolo Odinga, the next powerful person and the face of ODM ni Edwin Sifuna. Halafu mshamlea kwa ODM wakati tu amegraduate, mnataka kumtimua. Try and make that mistake. And Edwin Sifuna is going to acquire a larger than life profile. And you will regret. In fact, I want you to regret, because you are not thinking.
But the party leadership, high on its own arrogance, clapped back. Figures like John Badi, Junet Mohammed, Gladys Wanga, and the rest practically laughed in Sifuna's face arrogantly, daring him and asking just how many ODM members he thought he could possibly live with.
Hakuna maji, ni kuweka watu wa ODM kwa barabara peke yake. Ashindwe asishindwe. Ashindwe asishindwe. Ashindwe asishindwe.
Well, shock on them. Not only did the expelled Secretary General refuse to die a quiet political death, but he also went rogue. He turned hostile. He became more venomous, more popular, and began to grow at a speed that has left ODM members lamenting on TV.
Maliza uende nyumbani. 2027 tunachagua serikali ambayo inaamini maadili ya kisheria ama ya kikatiba ambayo iko pale. Wale wanasema Ruto one term, mwenye kidole. Ruto, huko juu Ruto, aende asiende, na Oburu wake, na Wanga wake, na Junet.
And these people, since Baba died, they have said, and they are organizing press conferences, and the leadership cannot even, like Baba that one would not even stay a day. Or Baba would just flash his hand at Chama Miandika Oduro Ngwen would be told, write a letter, change that leadership. And it would be done. But Oburu, how do people oppose you? Like today, if Oburu Dinga comes to Nairobi and want to meet the MCAs of ODM, and he say, call for me, who does he speak to? Majority whip doesn't listen to him. Majority leader doesn't listen to him. The speaker doesn't listen to him. Who does he speak to?
Does Alai listen to him?
Yeah, but he cannot.
Allah is not the speaker.
I'm not part of the leadership.
He's not the leader of majority.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the leadership needs to call the members, the 52 members of ODM.
Okay.
The only person who can do that one easily is the majority whip and the majority leader.
So now, what is the party's top leadership doing? They are pacing the hallways, having emergency meetings, and begging Oburu Odinga to somehow tame Edwin Sifuna.
When you are in a party, you must play by the rules of the party. You cannot make your own rules in a party. And especially when you are in a party like ODM, ambayo iko na structures.
But here is the cold, hard truth that ODM is learning the hard way. You cannot threaten a man with the door when he is already outside. And you certainly cannot tame a monster after you are the one who broke its chains.
But Moesh, how then did ODM get here?
domineering leader. Suddenly, we didn't prepare for Baba's absence. I'm seeing them saying, oh, to attack a deputy president. That shows that they don't even understand what they're negotiating for. You can be given deputy president, but you're denied everything else.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you think Edwin Sifuna should give Oburu Odinga a second chance?